to thank you for inviting me here today. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I always look forward to talking to people that are like-minded as myself. I know for a fact you share my priorities when it comes to running a city efficiently and effectively. As you know, I was elected to bring accountability to City Hall and to reduce the size and cost of government. Folks, I'm very proud to stand here before you today and say I did exactly what you elected me to do. It's taken 3 years. We still have a long way to go. But I want to talk to you today about a couple of things we've done, and more importantly, a few more things that I'm planning to do in the next 5 years. Our city government is now working more efficiently and more effectively than ever before. We are reducing the size and cost of government to keep your taxes low. I'm very proud to say Toronto's tax increase over the last 3 years is lower than any North American city. 0%, 2.5%, 2%, and this year, 1.75%. In just 3 years, folks, in just 3 years, we found over $600 million in efficiency savings when people said it's not there, with minimum impact on frontline services. These are permanent savings, folks. These are permanent savings to our base budget. Savings driven by consolidation of back office operations and internal restructuring within our divisions. Every single division had to tighten their belts. We are reinvesting these savings into our city's growing operating and capital demands. This helps us directly offset the need for hundreds of millions of dollars in future tax increases. Folks, I said from day one, the city has a spending problem, not a revenue problem. I have proved my statement to be correct. Let me take you back to the beginning of 2011, when the first item I dealt with was a $60 car tax, which people say, it's frustrating, I hate it, but it's only $60. But if you get rid of it, I'd really appreciate it. Again, the other side said it's essential. We have to have it. Well, folks, I'm proud to say we got rid of the $60 car tax, which is equivalent to $200 million over 4 years. That money goes back in your pocket. You spend it the way you wish. Stimulates the economy and creates jobs. Under my leadership, the City of Toronto has changed its financial management strategies. Earlier this summer, I announced that the City of Toronto realized a surplus of $248 million in 2012. Before I took office, folks, any annual surplus was used to fill holes in a bloated operating budgets. Guaranteed this will not happen while I'm there. We have put an end to the unsustainable budget practices of the last administration. It is over. We are now planning for the future, a bright future, a better future for every single person in the city. We have a new policy. Our new surplus management policy dictates that 75% of any annual surplus now goes towards funding our capital needs. That's $186 million that will be invested into important infrastructure projects. For example, traffic signal coordination. Frustrating as hell getting from point A to point B in the city. Rob, you have to do something. You have to do something. We're doing something, folks. This traffic signal coordination will help improve the flow of traffic at over 1,000 intersections across the city. It's happening. Traffic is moving a little faster. The remaining 25% of our annual surplus will go to replenishing our reserves and help fund future liabilities. We can now say, ladies and gentlemen, we can now say that City Hall is budgeting to address our needs in a sustainable and responsible way, just like you do every day in business and your own private life. We have held the line on spending through 3 responsible and sustainable budgets. It was unheard of to say we're spending less money one year than we did the previous year. It has never happened before. Folks, it is happening right before your eyes in this great city. We have done many, many great things. I'll name a couple. We have privatized garbage collection west of Yonge Street, saving $80 million while improving services to our residents. Folks, those days of those terrible garbage strikes are gone. And there will not be a garbage strike as long as I'm your mayor. My administration negotiated historic labor deals. Deals that are helping us improve efficiency and save hundreds of millions of dollars. Again, we are not going to have labor disruption in the city while I'm your mayor. We have come a long, long way when the pundits are saying it's not going to be done. We are turning the corner, folks. I know we're turning the corner. The numbers do not lie. The services are on track. We are going down the right path, but there is a lot of work to do. Because of our fiscal discipline, international bond rating agencies like Moody's and DBRS have kept Toronto's credit rating strong. And at the exact same time, unfortunately, they lowered the province of Ontario's credit rating last year. In their words, not mine. Why have they kept Toronto's credit rating so strong? They believe in the leadership in this great city. Over the next 10 years, we are reducing our city's debt by over $804 million. I'm not passing the buck onto your kids or on your grandkids. We're dealing with debt that has just been accumulating year after year after year after year. Well, folks, I can assure you, I'm taking the bull by the horns, and we are dealing with this debt. This will help keep Toronto's credit rating strong, avoid our debt ceiling, and save millions of dollars in interest fees. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, my administration is investing $1.2 billion in so badly needed infrastructure. For years and years and years, our aging infrastructure was neglected and completely ignored. As the state of good repair backlog grew, our city's infrastructure deteriorated. We are seeing it. Today, I'm very proud to say this trend has been reversed. We're not going back to those days. The 2013 budget addresses the massive state of good repair backlog, again, that my administration inherited. Folks, 2013 budget is an infrastructure budget. replacing our aging sewers, our water mains. We're fixing roads. We're fixing the potholes. We're doing what people want done with their hard-earned tax dollars. Over the next 10 years, we are investing $10 billion to maintain our city's aging infrastructure in a state of good repair. This must be done, and we are doing it. We're putting money into roads, bridges, sidewalks, expressways. Is it chaotic right now? Yes. I apologize for the delays and all the construction on the roads. But it has to be done. It has to be done. We're investing $2.5 billion over the next 10 years on our water mains, sewers, and water infrastructure. Water is critical. It's the #1 priority. We're upgrading decades-old playground equipment and building new community facilities. We have reined in the out-of-control spending, folks. We have reined it in. We are now able to fund our capital and operating needs in a sustainable way. At the same time, my administration is moving aggressively, very aggressively, to create jobs and tackle the city's unemployment rate. As many of you know, I came from the private sector before I got into politics. Very, very fortunate to run my dad's company that he started 50 years ago. I understand how to create a job. I understand the value of a tax dollar. I know how to meet a payroll. I'm taking that exact same approach down to City Hall. And it is working. Since 2010, we've been focused on creating conditions to boost employment in this great city. And today, the focus is paying off. Again, these numbers do not lie. After a prolonged period of moving sideways, the unemployment rate in Toronto is very noticeably dropping. Toronto has experienced positive job growth for 3 years in a row. Since I've taken office, we've created 40,000 new, good-paying jobs in this great city. From the exact same time last year, we were at 9.9%. That is unheard of for a major city to drop their unemployment rate by 2% in 1 year. Folks, we're doing it. This is the lowest our city's unemployment rate has been in years. Everyone knows Toronto's not just open for business. We need the business, we want the business, and I will personally go out and get that business. I'll do whatever it takes to get people in this great city, open up their head offices, and create good paying jobs. Moving forward, I've asked the new budget chief to bring forward a plan to reduce the Toronto's unfair land transfer tax by a minimum 10%. Just scratching the surface. This will make life a lot easier for seniors looking to downsize their home and growing families. This is a small step in the right direction, which I know we can take in the next coming months. Folks, in 2010, you trusted me to put your hard-earned money where it needs to go. I'm so proud to say, like I said at the beginning, I've done exactly what you've asked me to do. But folks, we still have a lot of work to do. You're going to have to make a decision. You're going to have to make a decision, folks, on October 27th, 2014. Do you trust me with your hard-earned tax dollars? If you do, I'm willing to serve for another 4 years to make the city an even better place for everyone to work, play, and live. Toronto's municipal government is now focused on driving efficiencies, investing in our capital priorities, and making the most of every single tax dollar. We have turned the corner. We have a lot of work to do. We have rebuilt our fiscal foundation, and now we're on a bright and prosperous path to a great future in this city. Thank you so much.